All I said is, yeah, your flange is pure like Starburst. Proper mouth watering. You wrote that CD for it, have the MC in over?
Oh, I got it with his new.
Yeah, I'll put it on. Well, yeah, this is for all the gangsters. All the people who understand our class. The mafia, the gangsters, the trippers, the longstons, everyone. There we go. When I was a little blob of spunk, just a coming up me father, I heard me uncle talking to me mother and me nana, talking about how they thought I'd be a puff, but when I came out, I called a pure bluff. By the age of 2, I had me own crew. To be a real gangster was all I fucking knew. Knocking on the doors, collecting people's scrap, saving up me money for me first on the top. I didn't use a bucket, didn't use a pipe, smoked a fucking lot through me BMX bike. 100 bars, tin foil, a plaque of bag. Me first bit of smoke made the spark with me dad. I'm a gangster and I love to rock. All the gangsters in the UK look up to me. The talk I sell is pure strict as fuck. Yeah man, it'll make it go white off one black. All the lasses think I'm proper lush. Oh yeah, buzzcocks, your balls are proper massive. All the gangsters think I'm pure kush. Yeah man, I'm a gangster man. By the age of 14, I got me first ride. In me nana's garden on me little cousin's slide. She was 25 but she didn't look old. For me first fuck she was pure solid gold. She made us walk her home and she wouldn't let us loose. So I went back round with Trekker and egged her fucking hoose. Ructions got started, a fella got mad. So he came round and started on me dad. What a little dirty fucking run at mine. Got on me bread knife, it sliced tail. I'm a gangster and I love to rock. Yeah man, I've had a fight with 4 Staffordshires man. The talk I sell is pure strict as fuck. Ha, you on a whitey? All the lasses think I'm proper lush. Oh yeah, buzzcock, suck me tits, man. All the gangsters think I'm pure kush. Well, gangster, look at me. I've got a little pal who looks up to me. I taught him how to box from the age of 3. So didn't fuck with him cause he doesn't fuck a boot. Me best pal Trekker, he'll only knock you out.
Riding on me cross, I do the Holly Cross Hill. More lethal in a spacker with a bag of pills. Copper still chasing cause I pinch a bar of crisps. I think I'm getting faster cause I'm fucking off me tits. Datsuns, Marios, Misties in a Rocky. Full bag of mushrooms and a line of fucking coffee. Nothing suits is better than a fight with a staffy. Knocked out a copper dog cause I put it on a lappy.
I'm a gangster and I love to rock. Well, here man, I knocked out my shooter at 6. The talk I sell is pure strict as fuck. Yeah man, my pack will boss your face in. All the lasses think I'm proper lush. I already pet, let's poke you new. All the gangsters think I'm pure kush. Yeah gangsters, hello, it's me again. Read on when I say all the gangsters are look up right now on this fucking song so you understand where the fuck I'm coming from. I look up to the Judgment Day crew, Smith, MC Donald, the Regency Dandy, Gaffers, Lord Blackie and all the jukebox mafia. Adele, Carly, Skeleton Girl and Stu, here your Newcastle's most lethal shoplifting crew. Right now I'll tell you about all the fucking gangsters, I'm gonna fucking leave you with this. I smoke talk, I hit people, I don't care if people come in like, yeah man, you're a little gangster, I got I'm pure proud to be a gangster. I want to be a gangster for the rest of my life, man. I need to be a gangster. I live to rob.
To rob poor people and take drugs, I think it is. Big up there to Buzzcocks. I'm always looking for a way to start the show, you know. So if there's anyone out there, I should wait till there's a few more in, like, but respect to everyone. There's 9 in. If there's anyone out there, or if you know anybody who's like lethal on the doing graphics and all that, I want one of them push starts, you know what, shuffling them. I think it's Trollwatch that does them for him. Used to come in here as well, Trollwatch. Right, let's see who's in. Ludon's in, Croc Suck, Shuadoo. I was rushing for a picture for tonight's thumbnail. That was the first one I come to, Crocs. The Croc, even though the picture doesn't even fit in the thing, Croc couldn't even get the strap on. Not the strap on, the strap of the Croc. So bad. Are we all doing anyway? Well, John O. Yes, John O. After your scran, does that mean you're on night off? If John O is on a night off, it'll be a first. Be a first for this channel. Attila's in the house. Attila's looking forward to the quiz. I can tell we've got some quizzes in here. Like, depends if old D's in the right mood. Phil, how you doing, son? I know you don't. I don't know. I don't think you're a big quiz fan, mate. But you know, we'll have a laugh in between, mate. I have got a little special guest coming on as well just before the quiz. Sean Wayne. I was looking about. I thought there's not many other lads on there, so I was going to do one anyway, but sort of like just peeking about. I know Tim's just finished there. What happened to the karaoke, Tim? Did I miss it? I put it on and it was like, no karaoke, bro. Christine. I think Christine likes her quiz as well. I know Boss Dog's not just a pretty face, are they? Boss Dog's got a in between his ears, you know. Who else? Jimstar. Sure, Jimstar likes a quiz. You know, it's the toughest quiz on YouTube. It's 15 of us here. So 15 that are in now get to hear the rules again briefly. You know the one, 4 rounds, proper. It's a proper quiz tonight. 4 rounds, different subjects. I'll warn you. There's a general knowledge. There's three general knowledges and a sport. So a bit for everyone, yeah. 1 point to the first. Yes, Tim. Yeah, man. That's the one. You know, he can do anything from any of my footage, yeah. Like anything on the channel, he can take bits, like whatever he does. There's no rush. I know he'd be doing it like all the time, but just be nice to have a keep up with the crowd, you know. Yeah, so 1 point for the first 3 answers, yeah. What's the other one? Spelling. You know the scar, man, with the spelling. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be like you have to make an effort. You have to make an effort. That's the one. You know what I mean? You might just miss another extra few letters out thinking, oh, it's going to let that one go. But I am being lazy or totally desperate for the point. You know what I mean? He's Slim Reaper. Yeah, well, is anybody? Where's all my spanners gone and everything? People still got spanners because somebody did give me a little heads up today and said, have you done something with your memberships? I said, no. Is the people still green and stuff? I knew you'd pick up on that one, you twat. someone will clip that one there and put the bit, just hear me say it. I'm not going to say it again either. Yeah, has everyone still got the spanners and stuff? Let's have a look. Well, you know what? Because it's on my tablet. Let me go to my multiple screens. I'm sure it still pops up in the chat though. Okay, what's going on with the memberships, man? You know what? Here's one thing, right? The one thing I will tell you, let me see what I've done. There's one thing that might explain it. Big up Genghis. Big up Genghis, lads. I'll just have a quick check here. You know what it is? Oh, there's no need for it. So I'll briefly tell you, right? Explain why the memberships are at the minute. What's the word they've used? It's all still there. Everyone's still a member who was a member. It's because, right, when there was it took me ages to sort memberships out, right? I'm absolutely hopeless anyway, right? But it let me go ahead with them all, right? But then to get paid, when you want paying, right, they only pay you once a month. But you've got to have this account. It's a special account through YouTube. Like, you've got to have it. That's who they pay the money from. So I thought I'll do that tomorrow because it was too much for me. Yeah. So the next day, started looking through it. I started sending pictures of me passport, 2 proofs of ID, wanted me bank account and stuff. Anyway, it started frying my brain, didn't it? Right, but I did send them all. But I think I got a text this morning with from Google saying I still need to verify one of my things for my thingy account. It's called AdSense. It's the same account for everyone on YouTube. That's who they get paid off, AdSense. So I've seen that today. Yes, Emma, it's up there. What a change that is. What a nice surprise that is. Respect. Hope you're all right there, Emma. You and Anton. Hope you're all good. Big love to all the Scousers out there. Big love to all the Reds out there as well who I watched that game today. Newcastle, I tell you what, last time I watched Newcastle, fucking weren't like that. Let me tell you. Brilliant display, that. Could have had 4 or 5, to be honest. Yeah, so the membership thing, I have to bloody send my photos haven't been accepted, you know, for my passport and I think it was driving license. So they've just put it on hold. Basically, they've accepted all membership that it's me. That's the one. That's what we meant. Remember, Emma, back in the day when I started doing these lives, God, they had everyone on, you know. Emma's been on a few times. She used to just jump on, you know what I mean? PP's been on. Everyone's been on, man, back in the day. But it's a roller coaster in it. And at the minute, just at the bottom. Well, no, I don't think we're at the bottom. I think we're climbing up again. Is that what it is? Could be it, you know, that. You know what? After I've done this quiz, you can jump on after I've done this quiz. But we have got some quizzes in here tonight, right? And I haven't done one for 3 weeks, man. 3 weeks. I'm looking in the chat, and it's anyone's game. This, like, if everyone's staying. See, he's the fella here. Big love the nutter. This is the fella here. This is the fella who hates quizzes. I hate quizzes. Caca poo poo quizzes. You know what I mean? Tell you what, people, watch what you say to Phil, right? Because he's got one of these photographic memories, or you know, or selective memory where you say something a little bit and you're not getting away with it, basically. I did get accused of pinching out the one stop next door last week, and I'm not gonna lie, right? I'm not gonna lie. I went in today, right? Went in the shop today, and the girl who asked me to empty my pockets served me behind the counter. And I don't know whether she noticed. I don't know. I did. because I'll never forget the face. I think she might have had a bit more makeup on. Like she looked like someone had put a makeup on with a catapult. Right, 2 seconds, yeah, and we'll get to it, yeah. We hope you're all up for Moon's quiz tonight. Cheap as chips. Cheap as chips, lads. What, what happened there, like? The fuck? Exactly what the fuck? I tell you what, I'm surprised. I'm surprised I'm surprised now looking that he's probably just warming up. The fella hasn't had to go at me about the great beard yet. See that? Because normally I would have had a shave like by tonight, but look at that bit there, mate. Naughty that. Where has Daryl gone? You know what? I'll be honest, I haven't heard from him for a while. Like I've texted him a few times, but you know, this is he's done it. He did it a few weeks ago, and he come on and said, "Look, sometimes I'll just do that." So I'm sure he's all right, but he is having a total break because he's not even getting my WhatsApps. Haven't even gone through, but I'm sure he'll be back. And when he does come back, he usually comes back on here. I think last time he was on YouTube, he was on this channel last week. Hey, I'm older than last time you were here. That's how long ago. That's how long ago Emma hasn't been on here, right? I wasn't even grey then. That was all brown. Yeah, he'll be okay, man. Cartman, what do we think about this is an expert opinion, people. Cartman, what do we think about PP's latest little fishing trip? Because he's saying that he's taken it as a success. What was it? He caught three barbells or something. I think it was an 8 pound barbell, but there is dispute about that. I know a few people have said, "Come on, that's not 8 pound." Uh, you always get something small. Look at them guns. Look at the guns. You always get something smaller, Phil. Didn't you? Weren't you watching that the other? Weren't you watching the things? You know, if you he said, Phil, he said, if you lift your arms up, right, this expert, right, he said, if you lift your, God, look at the bingo wings there. If you lift your arms up, yeah, and there's enough material there, if a gust of wind came along that it would take it away, right, then you got to get rid of it. Or did you get a couple of carp? Or did we see the pictures, Genghis, or what? Did we see the actual, Sam wanted, knowing PP as I do, yeah, and after his last disastrous trip when he went to France and didn't catch anything, yeah, obviously he's going to do anything to show anything. I think he would have showed like a what do you call him, a little catfish or something, wouldn't he? Or so I don't know. Like oh, them tans, you know, they take them off you at the airport on the tan when you get home. get the airport, you go through duty free, and they just take all the tan off you. Yeah, what was it on about? Yeah, quiz. I'm looking, we are do. Are all the quizzes all still in? Yeah, we're all still in. Stick a one in the chat if you stick a one in the chat if you want a quiz, because I will do one, like, but because that's what you want. Yeah, we're doing the quiz. We're doing the quiz, peeps. Right, get your quiz heads on. 27 people in here, which for me, 27. Even Emma, you know what, right? All the big quiz hitters, right, who come in here, they're either just ghosting or getting ready to type away on Google, right? Oh, I think you might have a better chance. You might have a good chance. Well, you got more of a chance if Adam Sky is Adam Sky, who's the quiz king. Right, so the first few questions does take a little bit longer because as people are scoring, I've got to write the answers down, right? Yes, Jamie, you're back, mate. You're back. Did have to unblock you again this week, mate. Somebody's got it in for Jamie. Right, we're going to get straight into it, right? So it's the first three correct answers. If the answer you give me is obvious, but the spelling's not wrong, the spelling isn't right, or if two people have similar spellings, it's going to be the more, well, you know, I'll use my judgment. It's usually all right. I usually get away. Right. Question number 1 of 10, right? You ready? Which bank, famous for its golden griffin logo, was taken over and renamed HSBC in 1992? Which bank, famous for its golden griffin logo, was taken over by HSBC in 1992? Yes, the answers have all just flown in there at once. We'll try and get through this first one without much trouble. The answer was Midland. Phil's the first name to go on the old bit of A4. Midland Bank, yeah. Well, I've been with Midland all my life. I'm even with HSBC now. Jim Starr was second. One point for Jim Starr and Phil. And third, Porthos and Attila were both in, but they had the wrong answer. Lloyd's. The third one right was Aldi. Great start for them three. Smithers is in there with the right answer, but it's a little bit faster, Smithers. That was an easy one, by the way. Question number 2. Who was Archbishop of Canterbury from 2002 to 2012? Who was Archbishop of Canterbury for 10 years between 2002 and 2012? Because it's a toughie, I will take the second name if you only know the second name. Never seen the Golden Griffin? That's what Midland. That's what was on the Midland bags. We all got a free bag. Anyone get that free bag at school? Everyone had them. Where you got a dictionary, a protractor, a pen. I think that's what made Midland Bank what it is now. Ever just forget about that last question? I haven't got a clue what it is either. It's not Robert Runcie, although that would be my answer, mate, because that's the only one that I know. Some of them do. Some of them do have to be. Some of them do have to be Googled, and that's all right. Because if somebody knows it, they're going to get it right before you anyway. A few people saying Runcie, Dave saying Noel Edmonds, Desmond Tutu for Nutter. Boss Dog wouldn't want to know. Cartman's said the Pope. Dave saying Lou was the Archbishop of Canterbury. Wasn't Nelson Mandela, but Tyrone, you're going to get a point for that. I said what I said. I'd take the second word, the second name. Stokesy thought I'd missed her out there. She was going to go mental. Isn't that right, Stokesy? Bet you were fuming there. Is anyone else right before that? It is. Stokesy got it bang on. It is Roman Williams. Who's next? Come on, there's a point going here. Told you, didn't I, Stokesy put it twice? So I forgot. Come on, guys. Plenty of time for you to... does anyone want to put it in now? You might even get a point. Phil, you're getting a point. See, them points could be crucial, you know, when you think that somebody else has got them. Because that's just put Phil into the lead there. You're leading the quiz, Phil. Question number 3. Which energy drink was launched in Europe in 1987? Which energy drink was launched in Europe in 1987? You know what? The 2 fastest fingers first were Dave and Porthos, right? But they both said Lucozade. It's not Lucozade, it's Red Bull. All day. Ted Loon's on the board. Mr. Nutter on the board. Yeah, Lucozade, yeah. Remember back in the day, right? Lucozade, it come in like a wrapper, didn't it? And you only got it when you were like on death's doorstep, weren't you? You know, if you were like really ill, if you've had like a brain operation or something, and you laid in bed dying, and that's the only time you ever got Lucozade, wasn't it? So shoot forward 40 years, you've got Lucozade in just about every flavour you can get. And when you go for it now, you get it in a can, and you drink half of it and just shot the other half away, don't you? Because it's gone flat. You know what, Lou? You were. So this was the order. We had David and Porthos with Lucozade, and then next fastest was Aldi, who got it right. Ted Loon got it right. Nutter, and then yourself, Lou, just ahead of Mickey Mouse. But you did get it right. Good guess. Kelvin's in the house. Kelvin, how you doing? Kelvin, how you doing? Oh, Emma, come on. You can't just say it. Right, here's another one just for Emma. According to the Gospel of Matthew in the New Testament, in which river did John baptize Jesus? According to the Gospel of Matthew in the New Testament, in which river did John baptize Jesus? And it wasn't the T's or the weir. Plenty of correct answers here. Guess who's first? The guy who hates quizzes. It was the River Jordan. Oh, Ted said the Nile. Jim Starr said the Nile. Even Dave said the Nile. Oldie, you said Jordan, mate. Oldie slides into the lead there with that sneaky one. Oh, guess who's on the board? Guess who's on the board? Up the butter. Well, Lordy. Lordy obviously knows a lot about his, what is it? What do you call that? The Bible and all that. I know he does have a Bible in his bedroom. He stands on it to reach the light switch. Otherwise, he's going to sleep with the light on. Diane, how are you doing? Oh, Emma, good guess there. Matt Wotton's in the out. Matt Wotton. I think Matt is Matt's been in the top 3 before, I'm pretty sure, but we've all got a head start on Matt as he's missed 4 questions. Question 5. Which former Sex Pistols manager had a hit song of his own with Buffalo Girls? Which former Sex Pistols manager had a hit of his own with Buffalo Girls? Oh, Matt can quiz, let me tell you. Got some correct answers coming in here. I think it means business tonight, you know, he means business. It is Malcolm McLaren. Yes, Kira's on the board. I think Kira's a slow starter, you know. Sorry, Attila's a slow starter, you know. When she gets one right, she usually gets about 4 or 5 right on the trot. Tyrone's warming up now there. 2 points for Tyrone. Nostog, how are you doing? Good guess there, Nostog. But it wasn't Johnny B. Woodsman. Ted, you were just behind. Nostog, you got it right. We were just behind. Kelvin thought it was Johnny Vegas. Emma thought it was Buffalo Bill. Question 6. Which German tennis player who reached number 2 in the world won the silver medal in the men's singles at the 2000 Olympics? Which German tennis player who reached number 2 in the world won the silver medal in the men's singles in the 2000 Olympics? German tennis player. I'll save you the time. It's not Boris Becker. Is Anne-Marie in, is she? Is Anne-Marie in? Yes, Anne-Marie. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're all right there. Yeah, it's not Boris Becker, people. It's not Pat. Tell us saying no idea. This is one to Google, people, if you've got that option. Not many Germans got a second number 2 in the world, like. Lord, he's got the wrong sport there. It was Thomas Haas. Thomas Haas, Dostog. He either knows his tennis or you've got Alexa or Google handy. Ted, you're getting a point there. Tommy Haas. Ooh, old D coming in with a Michael shtick. I remember him. Smithers. 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 1 point for Smithers. Question 7. What is both the name of a flower sacred to Hinduism and Buddhism and the title of a 1998 song by REM? What is the name of a flower sacred to Hinduism and Buddhism and the title of a 1998 song by REM? Yes, that sees 3 correct answers. Matt's warming up. It was Lotus. Oh, is that Matt's first point? I think it is. That spells danger because, Matt, you're only 3 behind the leader, mate, with that point. Old D. Talking to leaders, there's Old D with his 5th point. Stokesy's a question behind there. Boss Dog, number 3. Hey, Boss Dog, it's your first point, isn't it? Yeah. Got mixed up because Nostog's in. I think everyone knows who Nostog is by now, don't they? Just write it out and put it in the mirror. Yes, people, that was the lotus was the flower sacred to Hinduism, Buddhism. Question 8. Which poem by composer Richard Strauss was written to describe the experience of climbing a mountain in a large European range? Ooh, tough ones, these. Which poem by composer Richard Strauss was written to describe the experience of climbing a mountain in a large European range? I think Emma might get this one. I know she likes to listen to Strauss. Sean's either just come back in or he's been terrible at the first 7 questions. It's not Edelweiss. It's not running up a hill. You know it. Greasy Chip Butty's in there. Sheffield United fan. I don't think we can talk to them tonight, Lordy. After that disastrous weekend. Right, let me tell you, there's a correct answer. I can see a correct answer. So whether they've Googled or not, which is totally allowed, people who don't know now have to look and see who the think's right and start typing crazily. It's not Rosemary Toppin, Lordy. Tyrone's right. It's called the Alpine Symphony. Well done to Tyrone there. Dave thinks it's yodeling. Udon says, where have you got these effing questions from? I probably should remember they get easier, right? They get easier. I'm going to give you that, Sean. I'm going to give you that. You know, that's a terrible spelling of Alpine Symphony, but you know what I mean? Just for the cheekiness of it. And because it's your first point. Alpine Civic, yes, all D. All D. What wasn't your last comment poetry, for fuck's sake? Question number 9. Oh, was it? Sean was giving us the other spelling of it there. He was just being Sean, right? Question number 9. Which American actress won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress in The Fisher King? Which American actress won an Academy Award for a Best Supporting Actress role in The Fisher King? Oof. It's going to be another Google job, this. It is a bit hard, this, isn't it? It's like University Challenge. Some good guesses coming in. Porthos, that's not a bad guess. You just hear us shouting that down the phone, can't you? For fuck's sake, man. Wizards are Kakapoo. Tyrone's getting a point. Who can type fastest now? Who's the best copier? Tyrone breathing down Oldie's neck there. Greasy chip, but he thinks it's Bet Lynch. Don't know what the answer to that is. Oh, look, here he is, Adam. Adam's give you, you know what? Adam, if you win this tonight, mate, that's going to be unheard of because you missed a full round. Oldie doing the sneaky one there. Copying off Tyrone. Nutter who just said quizzes are cack-a-poo-poo or whatever. Right. So that was question number 9, right? So just to throw a little twist on this, right? For 2 points, the 9 answers that you've just given me all have a common link. What is the link? The 9 answers you've just given me, who's got the best memory? All have a link, a missing link. What is it? For 2 points. Not Iron Brew, Calvin. It's not Disney. It's not Oscar nominees. Jim Starr, it's right, but it's not what's on the card. That doesn't mean it. I mean, it's not. You're not wrong, but it's not what I mean. And it's not cheese. It's not German. They all might be hard, but it's not what's on the card. It's not the royal family. There's another one that I can't say that's wrong. They all cunts, probably. Oscar winners, no. Just look back over the 9 answers. I'm going to start reading them out if you don't get it now. Stokesy, that was one of the answers that does form part of the link. So Stokesy's got one of the answers, yeah, to one of the questions, and that's part of the link. It's not McDonald's. You're getting closer. See, I'm going to throw these in now and again, so you've got to start remembering what the answers were, you know what I mean? Right, so the first one was Midland Bank, yeah? The second answer was Rowan Williams. The third answer was Red Bull. You're getting closer. You're getting closer. The fourth answer was Jordan. Come on, guys. Now you've got it. Now you've got it. The pennies clicked. They're all Formula One teams. Sorry. Nostog, Formula One teams. Red Bull, Jordan, McLaren, Haas, Lotus, Alpine, Mercedes. So Nostog, you were first. Jim Starr, you were second. Phil Graham, you were third, mate. Right, after round one, Oldies in the lead with 7 points. Tyrone, 4 points. 3 points, Nutter, Phil Graham. 2 points, Nostog, Jim Starr, Ted Loon. And the ones scraping the barrel, we've got Sean Wayne, Bostog, Matt Wotton, Smithers, Attila, Lordy, Stokesy. Right, so see that one there. I'm not going to do that all the time, yeah? No, I won't be doing that all the time, but when I do throw it in, oh, sorry, that was for 2 points, wasn't it? It was for 2 points, that. So who got that? Phil did say 2 points, didn't I? See, that's changed it. I can't remember who got it right. Who got it right? Nostog. Phil Graham. Who was the other? Jim Starr. It's Jim Starr, wasn't it? No, we don't. We can't sell any points. Like, can't be selling. But we'll give you a point if you can bring me Nutter's eyebrows by tomorrow morning. Was it Jim Starr who got the other one? Yes, Jim Starr, you're on 3, lad. Yes, so you've all just got to scrape the point back and all day there, yeah. Right, straight to number 2. Yes, I won't be doing them missing link ones all the time, so you don't have to start writing all the answers down, you know what I mean? Even though I thought you would have got that one a bit earlier. Not right off. You know what? Oh, I've heard that. You know what? I'm not going to do it tonight, but I might. Someone's got to do more bike outside. Right. Round 2 is pop culture, whatever that means. Pop culture, people. So, let's have a look. Well, it's a bit of everything. This is a bit of everything. I think that I like this one, right? So, round 2, question number 1. In which film does Hugh Grant play the faded narcissistic actor Phoenix Buchanan? In which film does Hugh Grant play the faded narcissistic actor Phoenix Buchanan? You've all seen this. Night, my mate. Lordy, I know it's your favourite film, mate, but it's not Free Willy. We have got a right answer. We've got a right answer. It's not Tom and Jerry. Emma, I bet you've seen this film. There's what, there you go. I bet you've seen it. Got 2 right answers. There has been a trilogy or a double of these films, but I will just take the answer. Doesn't have to be so and so 2 or 3 or. Still only see 2 right answers. Still only see 2. I'm going to highlight the first right answer any second now. It's Paddington. Hugh Grant played the narcissistic actor Phoenix Buchanan. I wouldn't have known it, but I've seen the film, but it wouldn't have been my first guess. But obviously, Dave was the fastest there, so he's either a big Hugh Grant fan or he's just watched that film with one of the kids. Lou thought it was Tom and Jerry there. Bridget Jones was a bit of a guess, but who was next? Tyrone. Ooh, Tyrone's right up there with 5 points. Breathing down the neck. Still a point to be had here. Who's got it? Ted Lone. See, Emma, you could have had that point there, you know. Could have had that point if you got it right. I would give you a point, basically. Obviously, Emma's favourite film is Free Willy there as well. Make of that what you will. Maybe you should watch that with Lordy one night. Question 2. What can be a video game hedgehog or a type of screwdriver used in Doctor Who? What can be a video game hedgehog or a type of screwdriver used in Doctor Who? Ted Loom was first. It's all about the fastest finger first there. Jim Star, you were second fastest, mate. And that keeps you right in the hunt. Dave, you were third. Oh, unlucky Phil Graham, you were fourth, mate. Unlucky. Remember that good start that Phil Graham had? 4 points straight out the blocks. I think he was actually leading at one point. Still in there, though. Still only 3 points behind. Question 3. Rapper Big Sean, dancer Ricky Alvarez, comedian Pete Davidson, and rapper Mac Miller are all referenced in the 2018 single Thank You Next by which artist? Big Sean, Ricky Alvarez, Pete Davidson, Mac Miller are all referenced in the 2018 single Thank You Next by which artist? Basically, we were to hit with Thank You Next. Is that what they call them? Flatheads? Flathead screwdriver? Oh, no. See, how does Lordy get that right unless he's got that album? He's got that album, yeah. He's got posters all over his wall, hasn't he? He's got posters of Ariana Grande and Rose. You know Rose? Rose's Realm. That's Lordy's bit on YouTube. But it is Ariana Grande. Lordy's got his second point there. Who got the next one? Who got the next one? Next was Stokesy. Lordy just showing off there with a bit of a boom. Sean, I'll give you that one. Randy will do me. Jim Star, I would have give you that. I would have give you that, mate. If you were in the top three. Harry and Granny. So there's an example of the type of thing I let it go. Plus, it's quite funny as well. So you would have definitely got that. Question 4. What is the name of the male protagonist in the Legend of Zelda series of video games? What is the name of the male protagonist in the Legend of Zelda series of video games? Who plays Legend of Zelda? Whoa, bloody hell, everyone knows this one. Wow. Never heard of it, me. Jim Star wasn't going to lose this one. Link. All D's played Legend of Zelda before as well. Ooh. All D needed that point, like Phil. Phil's got the wind. He's got the wind beneath his armpits there with his baggy t-shirts. Likes to wear baggy clothes, our Phil. And chino shorts. Yeah, has everyone played that? Loads of people got that right. Never heard of the thing, me. Calvin Dealey. Oh, God. Right. Question number 5. Bodak Yellow was a top 40 hit for which American rapper in 2017? Bodak Yellow was a top 40 hit for which American rapper in 2017? Emma, you might get this one. Come on. Did you get the second one, Stokesy? Ooh. Ooh, now they're all flying in. Oh, Lord, he's loving it now. So that Cardi B's got on his wall. Ariana Grande and the Bible next to his bed. Or next to the door. Dave, you would expert. Getting a bit worried about you getting some of these answers right. Sean likes a bit of Cardi B there when he's in the shower. You can just see him rocking to, I tell you what, Sean, been flip-flopping all night. He's still only 5 points behind. First in, last out in. Oh, I mean, you know what? You got it right. Let's see. You were the 7th person to get it right, and it's only the first 3, but respect. Question 6. Which animated 2013 hit movie is based on the fairy tale The Snow Queen? Which animated 2013 hit movie is based on the fairy tale The Snow Queen? Yes, we all knew this one. It's all about fastest finger first. Sorry, old D didn't know that one. Dave did. Smithers with a run. Phil, second. Bostov. Hotting up at the top now. You just got to keep old D out the top three, haven't you? Question 7. Reggie Yates provided the voice of which TV mouse? Reggie Yates provided the voice of which TV mouse? And this name was what I wanted to change my name to on YouTube at one point, which is totally weird. We've got 3 correct answers. Up the butter. Rasta Mouse. And I think because I seen it somewhere, and I thought that's the good name for YouTube. That second, Adam Sky's on the board. It's took him a while. Is this a late charge? Adam, you're only 7 behind. Oh, Jim Star said Mickey. Up the butter again. Come on, the butter. Ah, lucky Luke. Stuart Kittle, Dave reckons it is. See, old D slowing down. See, slowing down. You're catching him up. Question 8. The role-playing game Skyrim is about a quest to destroy what type of mythical creature? The role-playing game Skyrim is about a quest to destroy what type of mythical creature? Oh, Emma, you got that right as well, mate. If you weren't ill and your fingers were working a bit faster, I think you'd have a few points. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Dave. I would have given you it as well, fit, if it was right. Good evening, good evening. See, if I didn't highlight that right, what Kelvin would do to me is in like about 20 seconds, he'd say, Moon, look at my last message. Or he'd say something to try and cabbage my head. I had him casually walking the dog there in the middle of a quiz. Right, it must be me who's way back. Dave, it is a dragon, mate. It is a dragon. I think I might be talking too much. Ted Loon, second, and Ted's right up there now. Jim Smith coming from behind there like Philip Schofield. Question 9. Channel Orange and Blonde are albums by which American musician? Challenge Orange and Blonde are albums by which American musician? Super Ted was good, actually. You know what I mean? Has to be one, doesn't there? Oh, it's Kira's still here, but it's not right, Kira. It's not right. It's not Rod. Oh, we've got a right answer. Got a right answer. Come on, people. Who's going to Google? You've got two right answers. right? Right or wrong is right. Frank Ocean, that great American singer Frank Ocean there, with the massive albums Channel Orange and Blonde, which you'll find in any David Fox shop or any bargain bucket. But more importantly, Tyrone's only 2 points behind Aldi. Lordy thinks that was Cardi B again. He's obviously having a Cardi B moment. Emma's son has no idea on that one. Blonde, yeah, haven't you all got that album, mate? Oh, hates me to say, but Aldi's the second. Just keeping a little bit of a cigarette paper between him and Ted Loon. Couldn't get a Rizzler paper between them. Sean's got Cardi B on the brain as well. Smithers. Smithers with a cheeky little point there. Smithers moved into second place. Just blame it on me. I'm all right with that. He's been on here before. He has actually. Last time Anta was on here, I think it was just after a big Liverpool game, I think. And he came on and gave us his little thoughts on the game. Question 10 of round 2, the halfway point. What connects Pyramid, Other, and West Holtz, among others? What connects the word Pyramid, Other, and West Holtz, among others? Emma, you know the score, man. We're all good, man. We're all good. I just hope it gets back to a bit of normality soon. Do my numbers the world of good. Right, let me have a look. I'm really tempted to give somebody a point here, but yeah, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad. They are all stages, right? But I don't know if I could give you that, Sean. But luckily, all the it is glass stages at Glastonbury. So, Sean, yeah, glad you come back with Glastonbury. Would have been hard to give you that point there. There's still another point to go. Ted Loon said stages as well. Dave? Oh, Dave's right in here. Dave's obviously getting help from somewhere. 100%. Stokesy. Just need to be a little bit quicker. Yeah, man. You know, after these quizzes, Emma, if you're still about, or I don't know, we'll probably have finished with you by then if you're still here. But there'll be no, I'll be putting the panel out. I might not be as coherent as I am now, like, but still. So after round 2, yeah, Aldi 10 points. Smithers, believe it or not, 8 points. Believe it or not, even more. Phil Graham, 6 points. Tyrone, 6 points. Sean Wayne, 4. And yes, this is no lie, Lordy has got 3 points. Round 3. What Morse code distress signal would you send out with 3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots? What Morse code distress signal would you send out with 3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots? Adam Sky first, Ted Loon second. It was SOS, by the way. Phil Graham. Phil's woke up again. A pint or a point. Kira, you were right. Lordy, you were just behind. So were you, Sean. So were you, Aldi. Emma, we're doing an Emma watch tonight on the quiz, people. Emma got that one right. It's a little bit late. Question 2. What extremely useful item has a name derived from the Latin for little shade? What extremely useful item has a name derived from the Latin for little shade? Yes, we have 3 correct answers. Aldi's back there. He needed that one. It is little shade is Latin for umbrella, believe it or not. Dave? Tell you what, Dave, you can't afford to get one wrong, like if Aldi doesn't slip up. There's a couple of people said lamp there, lampshade. Sean Wayne, up to 5 points. It was umbrella, yeah. Question 3. In physics, which W is defined as the product of force and displacement? In physics, which W is defined as the product of force and displacement? 100%. 100%. Couple of guesses in there, but none right yet. So we have some correct answers coming through here. Some correct answers coming through. I can see 2. Right, there'll be loads more answers coming through now, and yep, the answer is work. Work is the product of force and displacement in physics. Sean coming in from behind. Lordy's also into physics as well, eh? Oh, that's a killer blow for them who didn't pick a point up there. Old D sneaking in there from behind. Question 4. In the film The Deer Hunter, which frightening game are Nick and Stephen forced to play when imprisoned in Vietnam? In the Deer Hunter film, which frightening game are Nick and Stephen forced to play when imprisoned in Vietnam? Ted Loon. Where you playing I Spy, Ted, if it's frightening? Jesus. Yes, loads of answers, Adam. It is Russian Roulette, a good, great film, that, like. Goes on for a bit, though. I think my favourite Vietnam film's Apocalypse Now. You seen that? Phil's up there. Yes, Kira. Attila just doubled the points there up to 2. See, I would have given you that. I probably would have given you that, Ted. Yes, Aldi was only 5th fastest there. Every time Aldi doesn't get a point, it's like a knife to the heart. You know, can feel his pain as he loses grip. Question 5. What 3-word phrase links the title of a Madonna single with a phrase used by football commentator Andy Gray after a spectacular piece of play? What 3-word phrase links the title of a Madonna single and a phrase by Andy Gray after a spectacular piece of play? Football. What's a goal? What's that? Yeah. What's a goal? Some beauties here, like strike a pose. No, no, no. Now I'm thinking Andy Gray did used to say this all the time when he was a commentator, and apparently it's a Madonna song as well. What 3-word phrase links the title of a Madonna single and the phrase used by a football commentator Andy Gray after a spectacular piece of play? What a good question, huh? Still no right answers. Everyone's getting the old Madonna albums out now. Come on, there's 3 points up for grabs here. Sean, I would have given you that anyway, but it's not right. It's not Oh My God. Can't remember Madonna having a hit with fucking Great Goal. Come on, guys. A famous song, a single by Madonna. Everyone knows every Madonna song. And a three-word phrase. Just imagine Andy Gray, Wayne Rooney's just scored an overhead free kick. What does he do? What does he tell him to do? Right, I'm going to give you a clue. The first word is take. So you got 2 words. Take. Right, the next couple of seconds is going to be crucial. Right. Right. It's my first time that I've had anything to think about tonight. But I'm going to give you that, Dave, because it's going to be a few. Oh, right. I've already said I'm going to give him it, right? But there's still going to be somebody who isn't happy because the right answer is take a bow, right? And it's not because he's my mate or I'm scared of him or anything. Just, Ted, you're getting a point. Crucial point for Ted there. And this is where I'm going to have the problem here because, Sean, you were 3rd. Lordy, you were 4th, mate. I know you're from Borough and all that. And I would have loved to give you it, like, and But I think if you'd have put take a vow, take a bow, I think you would have said it as well. I just see my mate in there. Am I way behind the chat here? Yes, Quaver Raver. Get up there, Raver. Get up there, Manners. You been there all the time, Manners? I know, but me staring. What's Lordy saying? Mod privilege. Oh, I'm quite happy with mod privilege. I'll take that. Right, question 7. Cecil Rhodes founded the company De Beers in 1888, specialising in mining what? Cecil Rhodes founded the company De Beers in 1888 to specialise in mining what? We actually spoke about this before. Adam Sky was first. It is diamonds. Sean Wayne. I think Sean was there on the panel when we were talking about it. Let's put Sean right back in it, by the way. Oh, Phil, unlucky, mate. Dave, unlucky. Ted, unlucky. Kira, unlucky. Oh, Phil. Phil comes back for the 3rd point there. Brilliant. Phil's in it. Oh, it wasn't Batty, Dave. It was Batty. Yeah, De Beers run the diamond markets only in the world. They decide. They keep it that there's more demand. Question 8. Which Jamaican slang term for rebellious youth gave its name to a 1980s film about a roadie for the Clash? Which Jamaican slang term for a rebellious youth gave its name to a 1980s film about a roadie for the Clash? Has anyone seen that film? Some great guesses coming in. It's not Bloodclad. It's not Roadman. It's not Yardie. It's not Ute. It's not Gangster Yardie. Two good clues there, man. Jamaican slang term for rebellious youth. So what do you call what the Jamaicans call a rebellious youth in a 1980s film about a roadie for the Clash? We've got a correct answer. Got 2 correct answers. 3 correct answers. And the one who got it first was first in, last out. Was Rude Boy. I haven't seen the film, mate. Second was All Day and that. But a little bit of breathing space there. Ted Loon keeping the pressure up. Question 9. There was a few correct answers. Sean, you were just next there, mate. Question 9. Which 2007 thriller stars Shia LaBeouf as a teenager spying on his neighbours in suburban America? Which 2007 thriller stars Shia LaBeouf about a teenager spying on his neighbours in suburban America? I think Lordy will know this one because he likes spying on his neighbours. or just spying in general. I told you. I told you. Oh, God. Quality that, like, Lordy, right on cue, mate. It is Disturbia. I haven't seen that, but sounds good, Adam. Corey says Kelvin. Ted Loon. Good shot, Ted. That brought you back into it, mate. Oh, Old D was right behind you there. Kira has no idea. I would have given you that boss dog. Dosgerbia. Right. Question 10. 2 points up for grabs. What is the link between all them answers? Who's on the ball? What is the link between the last 9 answers? It's not Wales. It's not Madonna. We're gonna have to start giving you. We're gonna have to start giving you the answers. It's not Books. It's not James Bond. So the first answer was SOS. If we remember that far back. The second answer was Umbrella. Remember that far back. I need a bit more than that, John Beck. Good to see you in here, though, mate. My closet golfer. I didn't know you were a golfer, John. Lordy, it could be right, but it's not what's on the card, mate. Yes, we've got 2 answers. Got 2 correct answers. 3 correct answers. They're all Rihanna songs. Well done, John Beck. If you stick around, John, might have a little chat about the Masters that starts this week. My favourite golfing tournament, like. Ted Loom was second, by the way. Oh, yes, Ted. Third was Phil Graham. Keeping the pressure up there. Obviously, must have somebody helping him out. And then everyone's getting it after that. Boss Dog, LD. Nice, John. I won't highlight that one, John, but nice. Right, end of round 3, people. And there's been a bit of a change. LD, 13 points. Ted Loon right up there, batty there on 11 points. Then you got Smithers. Smithers hanging in there on 10. Sean Wayne on 8. Phil Graham on 11. So Phil Graham and Ted Loon breathing right up Oldie's neck with Smithers. Smithers a fatty air behind. And Nats Cocker, whatever it is. Cat's Cocker. It's quite, I think it's quite apt that the last round is a sports round, by the way, because I'm not being sexist or anything, but there's a lot of men out in front tonight, which is better than being behind, I suppose. Right, here we go. 4th and final round, 10 questions. Shuttlecocks from badminton are traditionally made using feathers from which bird? Shuttlecocks are traditionally made using feathers from which bird? Yes, we have the answers. Lordy, unlucky son, was a goose or geese. Good guess there from John. But second was Attila. Lordy got himself back in it there, Lordy. That's a point gained on all day there. Question 2. What are the 3 disciplines of 3-day eventing? I will take abbreviations. What are the 3 disciplines of 3-day eventing? Three-day eventing, that is, yeah. Bloody hell. Making this one hard for me, aren't you? Just give me one more, boss dog. Give me one more. Anyone give me one more. You've all got 2 of them. You haven't got the third one. Yes, I've got the correct answer. I'm even going to put it on the board. And I'm going to have to look back. It is dressage, cross country, and show jumping. So let me have a look who's put cross country last. Right. Yep. I'm going to have to give it to them. Phil Graham. Controversial, I know. Bloody oldie sneaks in. So first in, last out was first. Phil Graham and oldie sneaking in with a crucial point there. Could only be described as crucial. Where were the 2002 Winter Olympic Games held? Where were the 2002 Winter Olympic Games held? Yes, people, hit the likes on your way in, on your way out. Guesses are coming in now. Got to be specific. 2002 Winter Olympics. See, one correct answer. You've been getting blocked like Jim Smith. Not in here, surely. Got a low block rate in here, I'll be honest. I'd see 2 correct answers. 3. Crucial. Absolutely crucial, that was Salt Lake City. I'll tell you why it wasn't Lancashire Slim. First in, last out. Coming with a late rally there, but more crucial than anything. Come on, guys. I'm going to have to put up with all day saying he's the quiz champion for a week. Phil, a little bit late there, mate. A little bit late. Question 4. In which US city do the National Hockey League's Blackhawks play? In which US city do the National Hockey League's Blackhawks play? Gotta thank Sean for that one, eh? Come on, guys, where do the Blackhawks play? One correct answer. Yes. 3 correct answers. There were some good guesses, though. Good guesses. Until I thought it was LA, New York, Pittsburgh. Correct answer is Chicago. Chicago Blackhawks. Sean Wayne. Oh, Phil Graham's got the last one there. Keeps him in it. Aldi was incorrect. Kelvin thought it was New York. Slim Reaper. Close with Scunthorpe there. Still reeling from today's result. But I do owe him a little ribbon, actually. We'll talk about that later. Question 5. Who became in 1995 the first man to be disqualified from a Wimbledon tournament? Who became in 1995 the first man to be disqualified from a Wimbledon tournament? It's hard to believe this as well. Loads of guesses coming in, but they're all wrong. Oh, Lordy, you know what, mate? Can't believe that, because Wimbledon's one of my favourite things. I'd love to go to the centre court. It's not Jimmy Connors. It's not Michael Stick. Sean, the question was in 1995, who was the first man to be disqualified from a Wimbledon tournament? I can see one correct answer. It's a crucial one as well. It's not Pat Cash. It's not Pete Sampras. It's not Jimmy Doherty. Kelvin insisted it was Alan Titmarsh. Right, we've got the 3 now. It took you a while, but it was Tim Henman, believe it or not. Tim Henman. And he was disqualified from a doubles game where he hit the ball and it hit the ball girl. He hit the ball in anger, it hit the ball girl. So Phil, crucial point for Phil. Second was first in, last out. Third, it's only Lordy again, even though he hates tennis. Kelvin thinks it was Paul Daniels. Would have accepted that, Jamie. Even though I don't think that was a spelling mistake. Got leathered. Andre Agassi. Wasn't he? Good try, that bus dog. Good try. Who was next anyway? Was that the three? First in, last out. There was another one, wasn't there? Was it Sean? Oh, yeah, it was Lordy. Yeah. Question 6. There's 5 questions left. It's all to play for. Which jockey who became more famous in another field was riding Devon Lock in the 1956 Grand National when the horse inexplicably fell on the verge of winning? Which jockey who became more famous in another field was riding Devon Lock in the 1956 Grand National when it inexplicably fell on the verge of winning? I think that means that if we've all seen it, haven't we? Is that the one where it just collapsed? It didn't even go over a jump, did it? It just collapsed running up the straight, didn't it? Tell you what, taking this right to the wire here, Dick Francis. I could only think, right? Phil, you were right, mate. Keeping the pressure right on, but you know what? Kira, right? If you weren't laughing so much at that name and you got it right, you would have kept all day away from getting a point. So inadvertently, Attila, not knowing that point, could have won it for all day, you know. That's all I'm saying. But it's all Kira's fault. I didn't know that Dick Francis, right? Question 7. Which sport featured in the Winter Olympics is also known as the roaring game? Which sport featured in the Winter Olympics is also known as the roaring game? Roaring. Yep, Sean, it fell on the running. That's the one. Yeah, it's just front legs just buckled, didn't it? Got a correct answer, by the way. 2. Tell you what, going right to the wire. This one. The answer was curling. So curling, isn't that Irish? Is that Irish, or is that something else, or is that hurling? Because I was going to say it might be a bit of an advantage for Sean Wayne that, but I don't. I think I've got mixed up. 2 Borough lads there, big on the curling. Ted, going to say, just kept you in there with a chance, but all these just hanging on by the skin of his teeth here. Nick that 3rd point. Question 8. Who won the men's 800 metres at the 1980 Olympics? Who won the men's 800 metres at the 1980 Olympics? One of the greatest races of all time. Jamie thinks it was Bamber Gascoigne. Right, got 3 correct answers. This has put the cat amongst the pigeons. It was Steve Ovett. I think he beat Sebco, didn't he, for the one and only time? I think Seb done him after that. Didn't that record stand for like forever? Sure, it still might even be still one of the longest standing. The second point though goes to Adam Sky. And the third one was Ted with his second guess. Right up there. Steve Ovett it was. Aldi nowhere to be seen. Aldi thought it was Carl Lewis. See, even under pressure like this, he's got time to have a laugh. Question number 9. Don Shula, who died in 2020, coached which team to the only perfect season in NFL history in 1972? Don Shula, who died in 2020, coached which team to the only perfect season in NFL history in 1972? So I'm guessing this team won every game, the only team ever to do it. Yes, we've got 3 correct answers. Hardy's coming through as a bit of a sports and pop boffin. Got himself into double figures there. Was the Miami Dolphins. Aldi again. Phil Graham. Miami Dolphins. Crucially, Aldi with a creeping a point in there. I thought I'd got away with that one. Thought I'd got away with that. Do you think? Yeah. Do you think if Sean had put all that like that, he would have expected the point though? Methinks he would. 10th and final question. Who stood down after 7 years as England men's white ball cricket captain in 2022? Who stood down after 7 years as England men's white ball cricket captain in 2022? It's not Michael Vaughan. It's not Joe Root. So last time she didn't know the answer right. Attila simply put, no idea. But now she feels the need to write, for fuck's sake, who likes cricket? It wasn't Ian Botham. Wasn't an Aussie bloke. It wasn't Ben Stokes. 7 years as captain. What's white ball cricket anyway? Is that 2020 or something? It's just test. It's when do they play with a white ball? As long as you have a laugh there, Kira. At least when she's not laughing, she's not causing grief. Yes, we have a correct answer. 1 day cricket. We have 1 correct answer. Now it's all about looking who's got it right and working it out. 2 correct answers. 3. It was Ian Morgan. How was it pronounced? Ian. Phil Graham, man, respectable. Could have been talking about this one for a while. You know what? It doesn't affect the overall score. I'm going to give you that one, Aldi. Just Ted, you're on the borderline there. I know you're from Borough, mate. Up the Borough and all that, but I'd get grief if I give you that one. Adam Sky. That's it, guys. 4 rounds. 2 new rounds there with a little shake it up a little bit with the link. There will be more of them, but obviously I'm not going to tell you when. Is he Irish? Is he? It does sound a bit Irish, that. But yeah, that's the end of this week's quiz. That was the first quiz for 3 weeks. And it was a close one up until the last few questions. But in 3rd place, and I'm going to have to say this twice, in 3rd place, Phil Graham, 16 points. Sorry, 2nd place. Sorry, mate, I took the shine off it there. 3rd place with 13 points, up the Borough all day, Ted Loon. 2nd place, Phil Graham, 16 points. Believe it, people. 1st place, he stinks of fish. He talks to marine mammals. But he's a great guy. It's Aldi, 19 big ones. And we've got some other respectable scores that need appreciation. Because 4th place, Sean Wayne there, 10 points, made it into double figures there. Smithers, who disappeared there for the last 2 rounds, had high hopes of Smithers there with 10 points. Lordy, representing the Borough, 10 points, mate. Plus, we also seen what Lordy's into there. We all know what's on Lordy's bedroom wall. NFL posters, Ariana Grande posters, the Bible. What else was it? Rihanna songs, probably, something like that. Weird anyway, just weird. Yeah, man. Well done all, well said. Good little comeback there. Like I say, it was the first one for 3 weeks. Old D, I think he has won it before, you know. Is that right, Al? Could you confirm that, mate? Big respect to Old D there, everyone. So he doesn't just smell a fish and talk to marine mammals. He plays a mean quiz. Big respect to everyone who took part there. I'm going to have a little 2-minute break. I'm going to put you something on to watch for 2 minutes, yeah, and then it's time to get down to business with the Sunday open panel. See what I've got to put up with tonight, yeah? Let me see what I've got for a few minutes. Let's have a bit of this.
1 month in a coma, 4 shots to your skinny chest. We didn't think you were going to make it.
I feel fucked.
Brand new, a good gobble will bring you around. I've got a pube stuck in the back of my throat, like. You do have a little cock, though.
Here, give us another nosh.
Fuck off.
Oh, fucking sorry. James Cook Hospital. I remember you used to get your dick sucked and a fucking wank whenever you wanted in the general hospital. Fuck it, I'll have a wank under the sheets. What the fuck is that smell? Fucking hell, what a stench! That fucking reeks of shit.
Never fucking mind what this fucking stench is. You know I used to make this. One time she shot it over my fucking back when I was in the shower. She caught me dicking about. He's got a bone in his mouth, has he? It was only half an hour ago I had my bone up his tight white little bum. That's when you were asleep, like. Oh, fucking hell, I can't seem to tune Jeremy Carlin here. He rips the piss out of fucking common scruffy no-marks. From rough fucking council estates like fucking Grangetown and Park End and all that shite.
Shut your fucking cheeky cunt. I'm from fucking Middlesbrough. Fucking I can't eat this. Tastes like your fucking lass's fanny. Too fucking fishy.
Ah, well, fuck it. She shagged more fucking men than Ray Mallon. Robocop, more like fucking Homo Cop. Ah! Cagney and Lacey.
Fucking hell, I fucking love Caddy and Lacey.
Ah, yeah, they're from Bury, you know.
Fuck off. What do you mean they're from fucking Borough?
Ah, yeah, they're fucking are.
Are they fuck from Borough?
I fucked them.
Did you fuck them?
Me and your nana had a foursome with them, I'm telling you.
Did they? Oh, okay, where they fucking from then?
Cagney's from Pallister Park, Lacey's from Easterside.
Fuck off, you lying twat.
I don't tell lies, son.
Here, don't call me your fucking son.
Oh, I don't know, you might be. Your mother's a fucking slag.
Right, that's it. I'm fucking going when this is finished.
Yeah, just like your mother did.
Can't believe I'm in the fucking land of Scottish twats. Should let them have their own parliament. They won't last fucking 5 minutes. How dickhead are you serving, or what?
Fucking hold on. Now I come to think of it, weren't you the one who fucked our lass?
Is she a prosy with big fuck-off saggy tits?
That's the cow! And you went round my lass's house.
What do you mean I went round your lass's house?
You went round my lass's house.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What lass's house? What would you go round your lass's house for?
Because you
Look,
wanted to...
Talk properly.
You wanted to...
Move your mouth, move your lips when you talk.
You wanted to have sex with her.
Listen, look here. You've got no teeth. You've got no fucking teeth. Gums. Gums is all you have. Shut your fucking...
shut up.
You shut... Your lass is a big fucking fatty.
Cheeky bastards.
It's like fucking a pig. No, not a pig. A fucking tank. No, it's like fucking a planet. Fat cow she is.
I'm gonna fucking knock you out.
Saggy tits.
Shit house.
Fat ass.
Fuck off.
Ugly bitch.
Oh, hey, you're right. Right. I want him fucking bad.
You won't bar me.
Get him bad, because he's a fucking cheeky arsehole. They're all the fucking same from Middlesbrough.
Fuck off. No one else coming to Scotland anyway. There's nothing here. Loch Ness Monster. It's fucking fake.
It's a fucking lovely country, and it's from Ireland, you thick cunt.
It's from fucking Scotland, you thick Scottish twat.
Well, I haven't seen a monster.
Yes, because it's fake.
Liar.
Idiot.
Twat.
Cunt.
Wanker.
Bellend.
Shit stain.
Oh, you fuck off.
Fuck you. Oh, well, lads, drink up. Time at the bar.
Yo. Phil, how did you do that there, mate? What's going on with the 16 points, lad? I mean, if you hadn't have got them to beat Lordy, you'd have been getting it, because how did Lordy get 10 points? Got to be some explanation for it, hadn't there? Julies, how you doing, Julies? Is that how you pronounce it? Julies or Julesy? Julesy or Julies? But is that another name for like Julie or Juliet or short for anything? Yes, mate. Well, you know, quiz isn't always the funniest thing, but we can do our best, can't we? Plus, it gives me a chance to rip people, Sean, doesn't it? Get away with it. Would have put this link out in a minute. Just going to have this little bit of doobie. So, shouldn't have told you that, but the thing is, everyone will sort of guess. You know, it usually goes, "How we doing, Gappy? What is happening?" Gappy, aka the Ginger Ginger. We can talk about anything tonight as long as we ain't slagging anyone off. You're allowed your opinion. I just we just won't have like any singling anyone out. You know, you can have an opinion on someone, but then we move on, yeah. But Gav B has been right in the middle of something today. Like, I only seen a little bit of YouTube today, I'll be honest, right? But Gav B was right in the middle of it. I'm not saying he was the cause of it, but he was right in the thick of it. Like, he knows what's happened. But like you say, you can talk about anything you want. We had a good panel the other day. Me, Louise, Mrs. Moon, yeah. We had Chris the Brick, who was on form. We had him on the panel for what, a good hour. Seeing the other side of our Chris, the normal, chilled outside. Obviously, we had Lou on for an hour there, which is always a bonus. We had my mate Dennis from work. I think he was still getting over his birthday 2 nights before, but made his debut on Tuesday or Wednesday. First time he'd even watched. But knew about me. I told him about my channel. And he's been meaning to watch it and that. And then anyway, he decided to want. He's having a problem typing in the chat. He's going to have to make a channel or something. But he was on. Came straight on the panel. Camera on the lot. So big up to Dennis. Who else was on? Smithers made an appearance there. Turned that into a little short video today on the channel as well. Got a few hundred views. Dave just being Dave. Yeah, at one point we had that. At one point we had all in paper. I had that. Probably you're not going to see a panel like that anywhere else. Put it that way. I think we had 10 people watching Criminal. Well, big up for them 10 people who got to enjoy all that. Away from I don't even think the N word was mentioned once, or the other word, the streaky word. Freaky that, innit? Is that freaky or what? Proper freaky. Told you we had some special guests in tonight. Cheap as chips. I've actually got a guest lined up for the next 3 or 4. Next 3 or 4 live, so that's something to look forward to, isn't it? Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Reminds me, I must go on the sunbed. I've been on the sunbed for 3 hours. I've ran out of Saint. I've ran out of Saint Tropez. You know, the old. It's looking a bit peaky. A little bit peaky. I was thinking about getting a sunbed bed, you know, an actual bed that is a sunbed. And basically tanning while I'm sleeping. Real tan, you know, none of this fuzzy tan. Terrible when you get an itchy nose. And white lashes as well. Quite nice. I know I haven't come in my usual attire today. I've just come back from job interview at Antiques Roadshow. You know, they'd seen me on ITV and they'd, you know, like what they'd seen. So, and I think just before that interview, I did do 8 hours on the 8 hours in the tanning booth. You know, we always want to look your best, don't you? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I went for the interview there, Antiques Roadshow, and basically they didn't recognise me. Said, what's your name? And I said, what do you mean? What's my name? You know, don't you watch Antiques? What is it called? What's it called? That show that I'm on every single day on ITV? What I've just forgot. I'm going crazy. Not Supermarket Sweep, the other one. Oh, it's so embarrassing when you forget the show that you've been on for 20 years and you can't read. See if anyone's got it in the chat. No, it's gone. It's gone. Dickinson's Real Deal. Thank you, Jamie. So good respect. I can sleep well tonight, guys. So I'm going to sign out with that one. And I'm going to put you back to Mr. Moon, yeah? Nice to meet you, yeah. Fuck me, who was that? What the fuck? I only went to the toilet. Went to the toilet, and when I flushed the chair, I come out and thought I heard the door there. Thought I heard someone running out the door. It's mad that. No phantom blocker tonight, Jamie. Crazy that, like. You know what? I was going to. So what do you turn into like that? What does that say to you? Notice how I haven't even got a hat on today either. That's 2 lives on the trot that I've done without a hat. So what's that saying? Seriously though, what's that saying? Like you're the ones who've got to look at it, you know what I mean? Has my mum sewn that on straight or what? I said, oh, you've done a good job there, sewing that on there, mum. That's it, innit? I don't even know what it is, right? Don't know. So what? I haven't done like the flat cap, have I? I haven't done the flat cap for ages, man. But the other one, I can't remember what it is now. FC UK said it. Somebody said it looked like a shower cap. Right? Plus, what you're seeing now is that I've actually got more hair on my chin than I have on my head. That's absolute fact. See this fella, yeah? This fella knows me, yeah? This fella's known me right from day dot. You know what I mean? From the early days, fighting trolls and whatever. And it's just, but I thought I knew the name, but I'm pretty sure he's changed his name or her name. Yeah. recently, but you don't see them in many other chats, but first in, last out did like pop in one of my lives the other week and just say hi and that, you know what I mean? He remembers us and he says I'm doing well and that, so nice one. Respect for that. And I'm always myself, you know. For anyone who didn't see them as well, for anyone who missed, they're getting a treat tonight. Did anyone miss them? Did anyone miss them bad boys the other day? Look at them bad boys. I've even tried to clean them. But look at the quality. How does that look like a carpet or what? Looks like a brand new carpet, doesn't it? Or a rug. I'm not talking no cheap crap here. Look at them. I think Phil would actually go to the shop in there. You know what I mean? Phil would go to the corner shop in them, like. Wouldn't you, Phil? I might just keep them there. Slippers. Here are the slippers, man. I know they look like sliders, the slippers. That's wool. Quality. Batman. I'm not even there. Would we even stop highlighting Phil's comments? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So what's been happening today, man? Let me tell you the bits that I've seen today. I'll tell you the people who I've seen in there. Phil, I've seen you somewhere today. Let me think where I've seen Phil. Because I thought was the UFC not on last night? Have we got it? Am I a week out? Is it next week, the UFC? So I thought it was last night. So the AJ fight. I mean, there's some good fights on before it, but you know what? I'm in the UFC now. And I got this thing, I got it in my head that it was the UFC next week. This week. Bruce Wayne. Half of my nickname there. See, Kelvin's warming up now. Warming up. Sean, you know what, mate? I've seen you've been on a few barrels lately, haven't you? You've had your holiday, you've come back refreshed, ready for battle, because you've been in a few controversial ones, haven't you? You know what I mean? Looking for a bit of controversy there, mate. Don't know what happened to Flavors. Well, something happened with Flavors, didn't it? Because Louise is a big Flavors fan. Yeah. Whenever Flavors is live, guarantee Louise will be in there at some point. And if she's got the time, she'll probably stay in there because she gets on with everyone in there. She likes Flavors, obviously. But yeah, I think you've been on Banters as well, Sean. They're the only the ones I've seen. So obviously Sean's come back refreshed and ready to roll. And that's his explanation for it. I do feel a bit naked, like without a hat, I'll be honest. What was the other one I was going to say? Oh, yeah, big shout out, right? Big shout out, Scout Shell. Flavors, big Flavors follower. Although she does go in Julian's as well, I think, but one of Louisa's favourite people on YouTube. I believe she did a live today, first ever live on YouTube. So not a StreamYard one. I haven't seen any of it. But Louise was one of the first ones in there, which she did mention. She was like, get in. By all accounts, yeah. Good walk around the prison or something. I think she was going to, I want to get this right, she was going to a grave. She had a couple of kids with her. Hugo, who it was nice to, you know what it was nice to see? Especially when you're a dog lover. It's nice to see that the dog could be off the lead, and like behave, you know, just like stay with you. And it's always nice to have a dog off the lead, you know. I don't mean all the other crap where like dangerous dogs and that, but in general, a dog. It's nice to take a dog out without lead. So it was nice. It was nice to see, and it's probably me coming from a boxer lover. I'm sure is it a full boxer or has it got a bit of because he's quite muscly, isn't he? Or has he got a bit of like bulldog in him? But it was beauty though. It was funny. Like Shell's funny anyway, and so she's interacted with the chat. She's right up on the chat, like first message. And but anyway, I'm lying here. I did see a bit of it. That's how I know so much. I did see a little bit of it. Like, I watched it back after Louise told me. But what was funny was Hugo, he decided that he'd had enough, so he just decided he'd lay down on the grass near the road. And that was his way of saying, oh, look, I want to fucking go now. But lovely dog, man. Lovely woman. Great family. And like, keeping it real, you know what I mean? So I don't think she's in this chat. She hasn't been in for a while, but if she watches it back, or someone can tell her that she's got two big fans. Yeah, man. What else has been happening anyway? So I was going through who I'd seen, haven't I? Right, we'll leave Phil alone for a bit. Kira, not sure where I've seen you today, or if I have. I tell you, Rob, YouTube Asylum. His lives on a Sunday have calmed right down, like, haven't they? You know, he's had a bit of a bad week, Rob. Well, I'm saying bad. It might not seem like that to him, but you know, somebody who follows him, got a bit of shit, hasn't he? People say they can't use their content because he did leave a comment on one of mine, just making sure that he was okay to use like my content. I said no problem, man. You know what I mean? I think it's quite easy. It's quite easy now. You learn how to just realize that it's not real. You know that all that crap isn't real, or some one little bit of it might be real, but it's dramatized for YouTube. And the big channel, the drama channels, and that's why they call them drama. Drama is something you learn, isn't it? You learn it how to be dramatic. You go to drama at school, but even if they don't realise it, that's what they're doing. They might not even realise it. They might think the people who take part in them channels, they might not even realise. But I think the majority of them do. But fair play to them, like I say, he isn't. It's very rarely that I dislike somebody on here. I've just learned over 18 months. There's a few people who get it, like, yeah, it's like, you know, here's free speech up to a point in here. I've got plenty of mods in, and the mods think exactly the same as me, but they'll let a bit of banter go in the chat. You know, everyone knows how far you can go in chats. Some chats where you can go wherever you want, you can say whatever you want. But fair play. These people who want to go in them chats, isn't there? Like, don't get me wrong. I can go in, I won't be in the chat, but I'll be watching, and I'll be entertained for a little bit. I don't know, you know what, I just hope that, well, you just look, if you look at the numbers anyway, for the last few lives, like the numbers on them have been very good, like 200s, 150s, you know, like, and you can go back. You can go back, what, Christmas, 600, 700. There's one that's on 950 or something with me and Louise. But I don't know. It's got to say something, like, when the numbers differ that much. But there's still people out there. They're out there. I'm sure the other day there was, I think it might be yesterday, I think there was about 8 lives on, like, the people in this community. It was like 8 lives on. And they all had decent, all of them had decent numbers. You know, so there's plenty of people floating about. Just reminded me there about that membership thing. So anyone who hasn't been in here for a while, if you were in yesterday even, I think, what looked really good, what is missing tonight, is half the people in the chat were green. Some of them had spanners as well. So just a lot of colour going on in the chat, you know, all these green were all members. And they were donated. They were all donated by Slim Reaper, who donated, I think it's donated 10 memberships now. But it's like a free member for a month. So basically, it just sort of makes you want to do a little bit more, you know what I mean? Or when you're thinking 50-50, you know, you just go the extra effort just to put some stuff out, you know what I mean? But live's always the best because you get to talk with everyone straight. See, if I was yawning, right, and Louise was sat next to me now, you know what she does? really pisses me off, right? If I do a big yawn, put a finger in my mouth, she'll just sat next to us and she'll just reach round and go like that. And honestly, right, if anyone's not done it, or if anyone's not had that feeling of yawning, right, then somebody putting the finger in your mouth, it's the weirdest feeling ever. It just stops you yawn straight away, right? But the maddest thing is, you would think that your natural instinct would be a snap, but it just isn't, because you're that shocked that your yawn's just like stopped like that. It's weird. Has anyone else done that? Bonnie Scotland, eh? Okay, the new. Okay, the new first in. I think we'll just call him first in because we've got a fact. Where is fact anyway? The Batty. Wait till I see him. He hasn't been in for a while. You know what I mean? He used to be. He was a bit of an institution on this channel. Kelvin's having a busy night there on the old thumbs. You must come off. I know, Kelvin, you must come off this YouTube whatever time you come off here tonight. And it must take your brain about 3 hours to and your fingers and everything that's just shut off. What colour space am I in now? I don't know how much of that you can see. Let's have a look. Oh no, I just turned it off. Well, that one. We're in space now. I have no idea, Tella. What do you want to talk about? Tell us what you want to talk about, man. Oh, isn't he just? He's a stalwart, isn't he? He's an institution, man. With the Kelvin, he's what Kelvinator? He's a Kelvinator. I know he's been around for a while, right? Do you know what? I know he's been around for a while. I'll tell you, because because I've been in chats with Kelvin. I know a few of the old school. Teo Toy, Mermaid, Norris. Like they've been around since the start. But I would never associate. I didn't know Kelvin had been around that long until he's been in a chat, and one of them who I haven't seen for ages might come in. Maybe Donna as well. I think he had a bit of tune with Donna. So yeah, that's how I know he's been around for a while. He must have got things like this. I like that one, mate. I like it. Fuck is that? What? And he's not allowed his phone, like? They took his phone off him, like, what is like part of veganism, like, no, you're not allowed on social media. Right? More like he's detoxing. Honestly, man. So, look, man. Sure have, matey. Sean, where is he though? Is he still about, Sean, or is he just avoided this channel or what? Can you give us an update? Give us an update or what? I can't see on this tablet, you know. I can't see. Oh, I might be able to now then. Can't see if you've got any mods in, to be honest. I haven't got a clue who else is on. Anyone else on live? Tell you what, that picture of that croc on this for this channel, disgusting. Jesus, what's going on our cheese channel? Shuffling's 212 people. What the fuck? What's all that about? What is all that about? 212 people. What's happening over there, Sean? Do you know what's happening on Shuffs? Is he? But he's got Facts got multiple. Facts has got multiple accounts, man. Everyone knows that. Shuffling in Cyrus. It's one of them, innit? We need to see if it's what's going on with this Lion King. Now let's you know, there's obviously something going on there, right? On that channel, something big. For them to have over 200 people in, yeah. So in the top right hand corner is the Lion King, right? Who I'll tell you what I know about the Lion King is that this week he's come out of nowhere, but I'm sure his first appearance he was wanting to fight everyone, wasn't he, on Expos? And I'm sure I've heard them say his wife or his girlfriend, he was going to bury his girlfriend. Anyway, a wrong and a bit of a wrong, and yeah, so like a self-confessed. But he's been on their panels every day, like for the whole panel. PP's on there, Shuffling, Anton. So is anybody looking at that other channel now? What I think I'm seeing there, the name of an account. I'm not sure whose it is, but they're on the panel. And the name that they've decided to come up with for that account is Gary Incog, Bendy Legs. Gary Incog's Bendy Legs. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm not thinking straight, like, but trying to work out. I mean, just Gary's his brother, isn't it? Like why would you do that? Even the account next to him, googly-eyed cunt with like an avatar that's just a googly-eyed coont. Don't even know who that is. Obviously, I'd know the voice, but I've got it muted. Where Shuffling's above him with his avatar is now a red bacon bus with pictures of various so-called bacons, even with the glasses on and off, I cannot see who's on that bacon bus. But then you got PP's in there on the panel. Anton, looks like Anton's taking the reins. What we saying's awful, mate. Just what are you seeing the same as me, yeah? Yes, Aki. Whoa. What is it he does? Honestly, if anyone's seen Aki, mate, one of his sets, but he talks to the chat as well. Quality, mate. Quality, get there. What is it he does? Whoa. I can't. I'm not doing that any justice at all, mate. No justice whatsoever there. Like. Yeah, you know what I mean? Crazy, man. Crazy behaviour, that, like. No, man. You don't get ones that do this from Halfords, man. You don't get them bad boys from Halfords. See, look at how that's just changed the mood. Was it that good, like Slim? I can't do it, especially with because you know what? When he's doing that, he'll even admit it. When you were making that sort of noise, you are doing the face to go with it, aren't you? It's a lot easier to do a face when no one else is watching you. You know what I mean? That's why I did it there. That's why that's why it was like probably crap, you know. Yeah, I don't. I think that's one channel that I don't see you in over there. Like, I know you do frequent a lot of channels, don't you, mate? And like you're welcoming probably all of them. I would have thought. Never seen anyone have a pop at you or anything. You can't hurry love, no, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. How long must I wait? How much more must I take? Tell you what, he's got him like when he felt getting on a bit now. Like. Getting on a bit now, you know. Is he actually do? Is he still touring and stuff? That's what he said, mate. I'm going with that. I'm going with it. Yes, yes, Slim. Whoa. You know what, mate? That's what it is, isn't it? Look at that. That's what it is, basically, you know. Basically. I'm not like, you know what I mean? You know, like when I'm not going to be someone that I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Yes, yes, Arthur, you know what, mate? Pleasure to have you here, right? And don't go mad at me, but I haven't watched your podcast from today, mate. But I am going to watch it, obviously. But I did see it was on today, but I couldn't catch it live. But I've got that forward to. You know what? Matt Legg. Like, I don't know anyone that's got a bad word to say about Matt Legg. And who was the other one? Jack Draper, was it? I'll be honest with you, when you said you were working on something podcast, I knew it would be decent, you know what I mean? But I wasn't expecting them to. Really wasn't. I don't know who I was expecting, but it was as good as I thought it would be, you know what I mean? Like the people. I am looking forward to watching it, man. Like, I think I don't know when you filmed it, but obviously Jack Draper was in there, got beat, didn't he, at the BKFC? I don't know whether it was after or before that. I watched it. But, Matt Legg's just he's relevant, isn't he? Even after the long career, as long as he's been on YouTube, he's still relevant. He's got thousands of subs. He does great. Like, his videos are great. You know what I mean? He's a natural with the camera and that. And he's got credibility as well. So for me, Matt Legg, obviously, I think he's looking for a fight as well, isn't he? I don't know if you recorded that after Jack Draper got beat, it would be good. That'll be the first interview that I've heard. Another one who's got the contacts, Arthur. Tell you who's got the contacts. The Lou Fuse. I don't know if you've been in there. He's another Borough lad, but he has got the contacts, him in the bare knuckle. And I would guess, if he wanted to, he could get a few MMA fighters on and stuff as well. If he could get into them, because he's got the contacts on, so he gets all the world champions on. But if has anyone villains, yes, boy. So are you ever going to tell us like how he got the contacts and that, Arthur, or what? Or is that going to be a secret? Because I know we've watched it from the start, and that, you know, like this side of YouTube, especially the group in here now, right now, we're buzzing when Arthur come out, you know what I mean, like a breath of fresh air. But don't know if that's what your intention was, to go down that route. Sure, you've told us before. Does that mean we're not going to see much of that, Arthur, what? Because let's face it, being a little bit quiet, mate. I know, like you said, it's entirely up to you how much time you spend on YouTube, but just because, don't know, personally, I just miss the lives and that, and the videos. Have you seen the comments he gets on the videos? That fucking brilliant. They're all from people, a lot of them, I would say, from people in this chat now, who have all left a comment on Arthur's last video or anything he puts out. You're off. Good night, Sean, lad. Good effort in the quiz there early on from Sean. Still, I think he's still smarting from getting beat by Bazza a couple of times as well, Don't think he's fully got over that yet. But he's showing signs. We've even got Phil Graham. What about, let's have another little mention for Phil, who's now spent the last 2 hours 45 minutes with us. Just a little mention about his effort there in the quiz. I didn't have him down as a quizzer, like, I'll be honest. Didn't have you down as a quizzer. But yeah, man. Answered some big questions there tonight. Big questions. Fire. Yeah, I have the last word round here, mate. Not you. Oh, Eddie, come on. Serious, is that been in there now? Wow, 250 people. 250 people, Aki. Jesus Christ. It's, you know what? It's, they must have gone to another level, like down. Because as you go the level down, your numbers go up. But you've got to go low, man, to get 250 in. Yeah, he's fucking nuts, man, I'm telling you. What's Kelvin saying here? Yep, I do that all the time, man. I did it about an hour ago. I'm sick of emptying my bins. Like, you know, when you get on them bins, they look big on the outside, don't they? But by the time you throw a bag in, right, you get like a few things in, you have to empty it. Out a man wants a bin that doesn't look big, but is big inside, you know, like a TARDIS bin. Oh, is that what it is? Well, honestly, I need to know, like, because obviously it's going to be it's going to be an inquiry there. You know, I'm letting him enjoy his night and like enjoy his second place there. So, but we'll get into him properly. We'll get to the bottom of it. It's a good choice, mate. It's a good choice. You know, Louise likes me doing these lives out because she falls asleep, knocks her off to sleep. You know what I mean? Slim agrees there with Armchair Arthur, I think. Rosa in there. Anyone who doesn't know, like, Lordy is having a bit of with Rose's realm, and he's probably because Lordy spent quite a bit of time in here tonight, which is like it's really good. You know what I mean? So he spent a few hours in here tonight. Well, I don't know whether it's just because he knows that Rose isn't sub to me. He thinks this is where I come for a little break from the hot flirting that he's having to do with Rose, you know. So he just comes over here for like a little break. That's what I reckon anyway. Do you think it's a thing, isn't it? A TARDIS bin, that's good, that. That's it. We can talk about that. Talk all day about bin men. I hate them. You ask Louise when you say yeah. I always twist about the bin men, right? Because why can't they just put the bin back like where it was? or close the gate or something. Big gate with "Beware the killer dog," right? So they'll open it to get the bin out, but then they'll just leave it wide open and just shut the bin back in. Honestly, there's big times where I've like purposely set my alarm, be ready for them coming, like looking out the window to see how they leave the bin and me running after them. Like I have run down the road a few times after the dustbin man because he's like left a couple of black bags that you could just see a bit of, or left the whole bin. I've gone running after them, honest. It was off. Nice one, Steve. Oh yeah, apparently I've got a sub to well, we all have to anyway. Sub to the up and coming star, Steve McGeary. Apparently, Steve comes in here, joins in with the banter. He's been getting a lot of love there today. I've seen a few community posts. I don't know what he's doing, like. I know he's a good bloke. I know he's funny and gets on with everyone here. But I didn't know he had a channel or what he was at. Probably. I'm a Tasmanian shark, probably, mate. No lie. Check that one out. Can anyone remember that night when I think it was Norris? I was in a position not dissimilar to where I am now, but you could see like the corner of this like oak bed. Like I think it was Norris said I look like my bat. I mean, hanging upside down. I look like a bat. I have no idea where he got that from, like, but my knees have just totally gone back there now. Oh, it's really comfy, right? But it's also I'm not sure if I look a bit gay. Do I look a bit gay or what? A bit serious. But like that's so what? Well said. I mean, oh my god, you know what? Do you know what? That just you saying that message there, right? The way you wrote it and stuff. I now remember you from that. I now remember you. It's made me remember you because in the snake pit you wouldn't say much. You would maybe only put 2 or 3 comments, right, in an hour's chat, but there'd be comments like that you'd have to take notice of. I remember now, and there was a few arms where it was about what good things about me, like full message like that from this guy or woman, whoever it is. Yeah, man, nice one. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Cool. Tell us about it, man. Honest. I know. I hope Norris is all right. And yeah, I did leave a message. I did the, and no, he did. He got back to me. Yeah, yeah, man. He's so Norris. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Norris is watching now. Like Northern King just popped in there a bit. great, King. I seen you post again tonight, and but I hand it to you, mate. You, you could do photography, mate. The shots that you're taking lately, is them just with your phone? Because man's getting these shots, yeah, that people would pay for. Like today, it was Penshaw Monument. Yeah, I think you got 2 or 3 different angles, which you can't tell me that the Northern King just walked up, just thought he'd take the dog up there, just pulled his camera out and snapped the first shot. Man's been setting up there for 5-10 minutes trying to get the best angle, yeah. And then he's decided he's took about 20 shots and he's gone home and he's studied for about an hour which are the best 3 shots that he's took. And then he maybe photoshops them a little bit and then puts them out on here. But fair play. I mean, yesterday, yeah, I loved yesterday's, man. The tree, the moody tree. It's great. It was the perfect word. When I seen that picture, it was moody. Was the first word that come into my head. So yeah, people, check the Northern Kings channel out if you like. If you like amazing photography done from a phone. In respect where respect's due. Oh, you don't want to do that. Don't. You haven't got time to be looking through my old lives. Although, if you asked Phil politely, he'd probably give you which live it was, and what minute it was, and to what second it was, so he won't be much hassle for you to clip it. So that just makes it more unbelievable, though, doesn't it? I don't know, like, I don't know. I want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. What do you think, Lordy? Have you? Because there's been a few things come out about Lordy. You've got to see these people when you listen to the quiz. A quiz tells you a lot about the individual. If you think about it, obviously you've got the people who've got the hidden skill of how fast they can type. Just after one quiz, you can see the fast typers. I mean, Dave Smithers is one. When Dave's a couple of points, when Dave's in the lead on a quiz, he'll be first. Even if he's got the answer wrong, he'll still be first. It shows that when he wants to, he can type dead fast. I don't know, like, if I said that, right? If I said that, then that deserves to be flipped. That, like. Obviously, I would have nothing to do with either of them things on there. They would be the last 2 things. They'll be the last 2 things ever, right? But I'm going to be truthful. The Crooks would still have to be the last like that went. You know what I mean, that's how bad Crocs are. That are putting them worse than the strap on. It's one of them, innit? You can't argue. You know what I mean? You can't argue with it. Yeah, man. That's exactly what Norris is, man. He's also very, very entertaining as well. He won't admit that, but that's one word I would associate with him as well as all the other good-hearted things and that. He's very entertaining. So I don't think he realises how good. And he did isn't it crazy? Like how a month or a couple of months on YouTube is like a long time. It wasn't 2 minutes ago since Norris did that, went to the boxing for Expo and interviewed all them people and give everyone them that, he was live then, it's going over live. Like that was proper, like, you know what I mean? That's how we do live streams and that. And Norris was bang in the middle of it, man. He was the one who created it. And Expo just did the rest. But man, don't know, he just shoot like a couple of them forward to like we had. You see Norris on here at the minute. It's like, yeah. Nice one, Tim, man. Oh Lordy, please don't tell me you've got a pair of Crocs. Please. Is that what he's going to tell us from? Don't make it. Don't admit to it, Lordy. Don't admit to it. You know what I mean? That's the type of thing that's going to get you your own live roasting of Lordy. And I hate roasting, but that's all right then. See, I thought, well, I have to think about that one. Well, if you're being serious there, then it's a definite no-no. That's the type of thing. Just putting that in a chat, right? Just putting your name to that comment in the chat is like, you can get banned for that. You can get blocked for that. I don't even know how I'm still letting it be on there. Just tell us that Kira, tell us that you don't own a pair of Crocs, or you've never never mind, never even wore any. Like, even if you give them a second look when you've walked past the shop window, even that's like an offence, really. But don't tell us that you've had a pair, though. You'd have to break that type of thing. And have you noticed though, I don't like saying his name right, but have you seen these Decaheggy things that have been going? Yeah. So I had yesterday, I managed to, when I was at work, did see a little bit of that. Wasn't it just too catchy? Like, what was going on there? But what the point I'm making is talking about vests, yeah. Decker has now gone from like the wife beater, right? That obviously to vest, but it comes out here. It's just getting lower and lower, and now it's like a big daddy sort of vest, showing your navel. That's where it's coming down to now. It's like what Big Daddy used to wear. That's what he's looking like now, man. He's looking like Big Daddy's bare knuckle boxing with with Big Daddy Heggie. And that lad was doing what them punches were at the end. Did you see it? It was like he had a pair of moon boots on or something with springs on them, right? Or he thought he was Bruce Lee. He's just like jumping up and throwing a punch. And the other lad was having none of it, like he thought, I haven't come here to fight fucking Bruce Lee. And there's Decker Man looking like Big Daddy. You know what I might do, right? I might go in the YouTube studio after this, when you block people and that. Well, if you go further down, if you go to the next thing when you scroll down, the next thing is blocked words, right? You can actually put words in that get blocked. I think that might be, Crocs could be the first word to be blocked. Like, plus all different spellings of it as well, so you could get away with, like, trying to get around it with a K or anything like that. But, I'm not even going to lie, I've got a pair of Union Jack flip-flops. And I'm not even going to lie, I went to the car in them the other day. Like, I actually went out the door, went to the car in some Union Jack flip-flops. And I'm talking flip-flops like flip-flop, flip-flop. You just can't stop it, can you? Try and go out in a pair of flip-flops and make them not like flip and flop, right? Just try it. Well, if anyone out there has got proof that somebody has actually gone out in public in a pair of Crocs, right? Like if they've had the cheek or the stupidity to leave the house, I have all them pictures, man. Pictures of people in Crocs out, not outside the house, Even putting the milk out counts as going out as well, because somebody might see them. Yeah, honestly, well, Phil Graham, right? Phil Graham, like, supplied the BBC with all the props, anything. He's the man to go to, when they can't get hold of something, like, for a series. Like if they're doing an 80 series, for all Phil's entire stock, or his private stock of shell suits, all go, the BBC all rent them off him. Honestly. But he's still got like, he's got his attics full of them as well. But I've heard that he's got an underground vault where he keeps all his favourite shell suits, the ones like that they only made a few of. He's got them down there. They're like Diego Maradona's Hand of God shirt that Steve Hodge got. Remember? Went for a few million last year. That's the type of stuff that Phil Graham's got in a vault somewhere. Don't you? I think it was Daryl who told the story of that when you get a chew shell suit, like you're absolutely buzzing at that. But then Christmas night, you're like, oh fuck me, when you fucking shell suit. Can't go off. We've all done that, like hot rocks, I think we used to call it. Well, can you imagine though? So this thing about it was, right? So the proper shell suits, the real McCoys, yeah, that were in C&A maybe when I was a kid, C&A, or a sports shop, wasn't it? Sports Direct wasn't even about then, but can you imagine if shell suits were a thing when Sports Direct? You know? It took the whole 5 floors up the shell suits, wasn't it? But anyway, when I was a kid, it was C&A. What the sports shop was it? It was more like cheesy shops like C&A and that, and bins, bit up boots, crappy shops anyway. But yeah, right. So they're the well-made ones, right? And you wouldn't like to set fire to one of them, would you? Like you wouldn't, you just wouldn't do it, would you? You're trying about it, right? So how dangerous must the ones that people just trying to sell you for 20 quid, like got them out of a big sports bag and shot on the top? Which colour do you want? Imagine how flammable they are. It'd be like somebody smoking within 10 foot of you, right? They're going to set on fire, I'm telling you. I told you, man, when Phil goes out, he has to keep his hands in his pockets, right? Because if he took his hands out of his pockets and there was a gust of wind, he was off. You know, all the gust of wind getting hold of his t-shirt and that. So you'll always see Phil with his hands in his pockets for that reason, especially on a windy day. Perm. You know what? Perm. The word perm, right? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But when was the last time anybody knew anybody that went to the barbers or the salon and asked for a perm? Does that still happen? I'm going for a perm. Does that? Does it? Like, could be wrong, like, but yes, boy. Yes, I thought he'd be in tonight. Slim's not in here, mate, but I've already ribbed him. Like, well, I haven't ribbed him enough to be honest. He needs ribbing a bit more about it, but. So he's had Daniel will have had a really good day. Like, sorry, get told off for that. So Daniel have had a really good day from 4:30 onwards. Tell you what though, I said, fucking brilliant game, proper brilliant game. That last time I watched Newcastle for 90 minutes, Jesus, I tell you, it'll have been when we played them in the Premiership. But I knew he had a couple of decent players, but that long staff, he could have had a few. Sam Maximum, he's just the same, and he's taken everyone on. I mean, he made the goal. The first goal was quality, man. I mean, that header. Whatever played for him. But even defensively in that, Man U were a bit crap today, but still, players I've never even heard of. I'll be honest, be totally honest. I could probably name you 5 Newcastle players at the minute. That's embarrassing. Embarrassing for me. I remember that team. I could tell you all of that team, yeah. Philip Albert team. You had either Shaka Hislop Bingo or what's he called? Oh, he's dead now as well. Oh, Ken Buchanan died as well. Listen, last night, Ken Buchanan, the Scottish boxer. I've heard of him, but I've never watched any of his fights, to be honest. But you're off, G. Respect, man. I mean, I can't ask any more than that, mate. You've been here for 3 hours, fella. One of the real ones there. Cheers for your input tonight there, mate. We'll call it input. Tiote, yeah, and then you had Tino Aspria, you had Ginola, you had, was Keith Gillespie there? Gary Speed, or was that before? Oh, that back four, man. Back four, the all good score, man. Brilliant team, but yeah, just getting back to the point though, brilliant. I watched the whole game today. And I haven't watched many. You know what? This has probably been the least year that I've took any notice of the Premiership. Even Middlesbrough on the verge of going up, like, and just fucked it up yesterday. Like, what was going on there, Lord, yesterday, mate? If Borough get beat, I never ever watch the highlights, like, never. I'll only watch them if we win. So I haven't even seen the highlights, but I know we went 1-0. I was listening to it work. They scored like Goodell scored 4 goals in about 20 minutes. And I remember putting it on for the second half. They'd already got one. They'd already equalised. I tell you what, Newcastle will be buzzing. Newcastle will be buzzing tonight because they're like nothing better than the big Man United. Everyone does, don't they? But to a Newcastle fan, I mean, I was looking in the crowd today, and it's sort of like, what's the word you'd use? I don't know, it's just so different. Like, you wouldn't see people waving flags and that, you know, in the middle of the stands, every stand. Like, I would never dream of going to the match with a flag, big flag. I don't know anyone that would. It's a bit like Cosmopolitan, believe it or not. Two sex people just get a drink. Like, oh, you know what? I think I'll have like another 10 minutes, and I'm going to see what's going on this little channel. Like, I haven't really had a YouTube fix today, like, to be honest. Yeah, man, nice one, Dad. I know, mate. You always do put on. But it was you who I was looking for in the last one. I told you I've started watching loads of UFC. So next time I'm live and you jump on, I'll be talking about UFC. And I actually know who you're on about because I've watched that many fights. Masvidal, Masvidal, looking at one of my favourites. I watched all his fights. Diaz, been watching all them. A load of them. So nice one down there for popping in. Jamie. Oh, just stick my finger in my mouth. Let's face it, everyone likes a yawn, don't they? Yeah, that's it, mate. You know what? I thought it was last night. I stopped up, right? I was looking on the Fire Stick and that. I was like, where is it? I thought it was that Pereira and that rematch. Adesanya, is it? Or Pereira and somebody, not sure. What's he called? Shrugs or something. Top of the bill next week. Rematch. But I thought it was last night. No, I thought it was last night. I was good. Or is it? Oh yeah, is that Leon Edwards? Is that a rematch? That one? So honestly, mate, I'm getting bang into it. Or July. Or the in London again. But what? I'm buzzing now because you always see it in America and that, like the big ones. They always the atmosphere, but there's been a few in England now. I don't know how many. Usually have the O2, don't they? So is Paddy the Baddy not on that one? Lord, will he still be injured or will he be on that card? Really? Really, where did they have that? Did they have that at the O2 like? You know, the next one is like after, I know obviously the UFC massive, but the week after, yeah, I'm pretty sure we have to. I always thought it was the 22nd, but Danny Christie's fighting in near the big FC. And their shows, I've watched them. They've had some good fights on there, you know. Some of the channels, it won't even show you the big fights, it'll only show you the undercard, but even the undercards are good. So this one is in Leeds. I think it's the first time it's been in Leeds. It's definitely one of the next Saturdays. Danny Christie's fighting, I can't remember his name, but you know what I mean? It's going to be a bit of a war of that, but just the whole show. But that, you mean in the UFC one, yeah? Mm. Well, you know what? Did you say, you know that? The Joshua fight last night, right? No word of a lie. I think Joshua came on at 10:30, didn't he? Do you know what time that show started? It was I watched the fight on that card at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. There was hardly anyone in the crowd. It was about 20 people. The whole place was empty, apart from the cornermen and the TV and whatever. But you should have seen the fight, man. This was the first fight of the night, like absolutely brilliant. 8 rounds. Went 8 rounds as well, I think. Knocking it out of each other. But can you imagine how many fights were on till 10:30? It was a zone thing, wasn't it? Because I did notice, I thought, you know, the interview style and stuff, like even the woman that was doing the interview, and didn't you think it was all like a bit casual, like you wouldn't get out of the sky, you know? The horse, I think she had her hand in the pocket, and Tony Bellew was there, and then they got what's his face was on there as well. Him who just beat him who but anyway, yeah, UFC. I'll probably watch. Yawn like hell now. Probably watch. See what's going on here on Shufflins or Emma's on there. I'll be having words with Emma as well. She said she was going to come on here. You seen that? We had Emma and E for an hour last night. Proper going for it there in the quiz. And then she's dropping into full Emma mode. I can't hear her, but I can imagine. You still gotta love her, haven't you? She's always been mates with us in here. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. What time we are now? 21, Jesus. So thanks one everyone for coming in. I'm going to look for something to play us out with. Sorry if you don't like it or it's not your favourite. Just pick them, you know. What have I done? What did I do there? Jesus Christ. Have I started another live or something? Yeah, it just went there. I went to bring somebody on. Crazy behaviour, man. What's happened? What happened? I just went to bring somebody. I went to bring a song on. It brought me here. It's got another background. Jamie Sawyer, crazy behaviour. There's no one in the chat apart from Jamie. What is going on, man? Fuck me. So I have no idea what's going on there. Like I say, I was looking for something. I was trying to do something. At least Jamie's here anyway. I've probably got 2 lives running. Shit. I don't even know if this is going to work. One of my favourites.
Since I was younger, I've had the hunger to fill up my lungs with marijuana, cause I wanna never go younger. I wanna stay on top, smoking the pot, producing hip-hop. But the haters wanna stop me, but I'll never stop. My lyrics got me cryptic shit, which you shouldn't witness. Twisted, vicious, not fictitious, something making cops suspicious. This is written under the influences of my medicine, so I suggest that you just pass the bong and then let me hit this. Bubbling bong, brother, I'm strong, yeah, I'm getting utterly wrong. People say it shouldn't be done, why do they try to be clever fun? I like a microphone with me whenever I light a cone, you see, cause when I hear a note I beat, whenever I may be smoking weed, depending on the potency, it helps to be a pro MC. Nobody can hold this piece of poetry and foes believe. Whether you be close to me or even if you're overseas, I'll gladly say this openly, I'm taking over globally. I'll get round to it one of these days. It's a factor, lyrically I am a pro and a master. Nobody can deny me my flow. You better pasta. Marijuana around the microphone. You know I'm in the zone when I'm smoking the homegrown. I'm smoking grasper, smoking it in quarters a pound. And when it's backed up with bitches in the bassline sound, you can act up. This ain't addictive and satisfying when you're living in the life of a Rastafarian. I'm a veteran, inevitably better than anyone with a shred of evidence of being excellent. Haters be hesitant, messing with the president. Evidently that's me. Never be bad to anyone till they turn nasty. I think calmly, don't wake up till 3:30. So really I've only got half a day to get angry. There ain't no plan B, smoking the gang see me repping these lyrics whenever I smoke to a damn beat. The heart beats whenever my pen and pad meet. It's hard see for you to ever understand me. I have weed in the pocket by my arse cheek, but last week I lost it within the car seat. It had me very angry, and if you see me on the streets don't ask me if you can have some from me. You even offer money, and no, if I'm with a mate it don't mean you can have threes. Fuck it, go on then. Hurry up, hurry up. It's a factor, lyrically I am a pro and a master. Nobody can deny me my flow. You better pasta. Marijuana around the microphone. You know I'm in the zone when I'm smoking the homegrown. I'm smoking grasper, smoking it in quarters a pound. And when it's backed up with bitches in the bassline sound, you can act up. This ain't addictive and satisfying when you're living in the life of a Rastafarian. You shouldn't smoke weed is bad for your memory. And if you are an MC, well then you are gonna be arguably the biggest failure in our family tree. Hard to believe actually, ain't my dad in this tree. People be criticizing, but don't be dissing until you've tried it. Anyone who has, they can't deny that life is nicer, flying higher. Plenty of lyricists that I know got wicked records and they smoke the dope. I guess I get better with every talk, but my ex got better with every bloke. When is the beat right ahead of me, yo? I get set in the many and enemy go. My enemy deadly, so enemies know I'm not threatening you, I'm just letting you know. Nobody can get ahead of me though, I'm open to challenges, let it be known. Step up to me and I'm ready to blow, I'm like a time bomb with a second to go. Domination, on the mic I cause annihilation. I kill with lyrical assassination, I get a feel cause it's a fascination. And half the nation's admirations aimed at fucking fashion statements. What this rap sensation about to make a mass invasion. Eventually anyway. It's a factor, lyrically I am a pro. I'm the master, nobody can deny me my flow. You better pasta, marijuana around the microphone. You know I'm in the zone when I'm smoking the homegrown. I'm smoking grasper, smoking 8 quarters a pound. And when it's backed up, with bitches and the bassline sound, you can act up. This ain't addictive and satisfying when you're living in the life of a Rastafarian. Rastafarian, living in the life of a Rastafarian. Rastafarian.